Good evening, troops. Welcome to briefing number 56 of the Killing Wall. So, tonight, I'm going to be just straight up honest. The naming of tonight's briefing is a little directed at a subculture that frankly annoys the shit out of me. And it's spawned at a time when there are some of the members of the firing squad of the Killing Wall were not even born to witness. And I'll talk about that in just a second. But first things first, as just general order, I want you to help Kinko out by donating. Buy one of his t-shirts. That's one. Two, check out Live 365 and check out Hellfire Radio on there. That's an order. Okay? Three, I want you to make sure that you check us out at Hellfire Radio's Facebook page, the Asylum's Facebook page, as well. As well as on Twitch, as on Insta, as well as YouTube. Okay? I want you there. Share the hell out of this to groups, to timelines, to your friends. Spam the shit out of this. Help me help you by spreading a viewpoint. And the only way that we'll be able to ever institute any kind of change is if we share a viewpoint, an opinion, a thought, a process. Yes? Yes. Good. Okay. We got some troops reporting in. Okay. We've got Troop Elizabeth. We've got Troop Beth. We've got my Kiwi in the frickin' house. And we've got Troop Tyler. Glad to see y'all reporting in. Share this out, guys. I want 10 shares from each of you to your friends, to other groups, to your timelines. Seriously, help me out here. Come on, show some solidarity. It'll be awesome, okay? And check us out at hellfireradio.com if you can. Troop Ricky, glad to see you reporting in. Troop Gabby, see you reporting in. Glad to see you all here. So, here's what's tonight's kill order on. The kill order is on Limp Kulture. And by Limp Kulture, I mean the weird cultural phenomena that happened in the 90s that was known as Limp Bizkit. And that's what I mean. Limp fucking Bizkit. Break Stuff and Rollin' being their only two fucking kick-ass songs. And everything fucking else was shit. Okay? And the mentality that formed off of that. Yeah, I'm going after a musical group tonight. We are a music station after all. And if there's anybody that's going to be ever on my fucking station, it's going to be somebody that's going to roast these fuckers. Because I'm me. And I love putting shit up against the pole and firing at it. Full fucking bore with a loaded mag. So Limp Bizkit. What do I have against Limp Bizkit? Well, there's a couple of fucking things. Troop Kira, glad to see you reporting in. And as always, remember, this is an opinion. This is an editorial. Not fact. Editorial. Satire. Okay? Also, I want to make this very abundantly clear, given what's going on in the world right now. I don't want to see word one or another. Word 1, 2, 3, or whatever. About the P word. Okay? And it starts with P, ends in politics. Don't want to hear none of it. If I see it, I will put you up against the pole and put one right through your dome. Send you right out with a freaking band hammer. Tonight, I'm here to take your mind off of shit. I'm here to focus on the fucking target. And the target tonight is Limp Bizkit. So, let's go after the fucker, shall we? First off, let's talk about some of the lovely little issues that this group had. For starters, okay, it inspired a tough guy mentality. Tough guy, okay? Usually, inspiring some form of false bravado is a good thing. It motivates a person to be able to try and self-improve. Gets a guy in the fucking gym, get him to start fucking lifting weights instead of sitting on his ass playing World of Warcraft. At least that was during the early aughts. But unfortunately, what it did, it just made people angry on the inside. Not enough to be on the outside, angry on the inside. That bothered me. I want this shared out, folks. Oh, Lieutenant Takar, glad to see you reporting in. All it ever did was inspire anger. Anger without motivation. That makes anger useless. It really does. And I'm glad that you got 2 albums from them, my Kiwi troop. But, all honesty, all it ever did was get people pissed. And you know what? It's a good way to get amped up. But that's it. All it did was amp you up. And you got these guys that walk around with just an amp up without an ability to actually do something with it. They never bothered to freaking develop the abilities to do something with it. I figured they attacked the fucking smallest target they could find. It made bullies feel bigger than what they were. And it made people that could get bullied feel like they could try and take on the brick walls. Not smart. Fight smart. Don't run into a barrier. Walk around it. Or get a fucking cannon big enough to blow right through it. It annoys me. Limp Bizkit inspired that type of culture. Where it got people so fucking angry that logic went right out the fucking window. I know you're so confused, Takara. This was before your time. You were still in fucking diapers back then. Limp Bizkit was a fucking phenomena. Phenomena. It was nuts. But I had other problems. I had other issues. But the tough guy mentality was certainly a big one. Certainly was. You know, and let's address the elephant in the room. Oh, well, no problem, Lieutenant Takara. See, Takara walked into the briefing. She's like that lieutenant that comes in with a freaking cup of coffee. And it's like, oh, I walked into the wrong briefing. But it's kind of interesting, so I'm going to sit down. You know, new metal, it's a douchebag mentality that got linked with it. And Limp Bizkit fostered the ever-loving shit out of it. All right? Their song Nookie. Okay? Got parodied like crazy. But inspired a mentality. Musicians forget they have an influence. And it's up to the individual that's listening whether or not to act on said influence or have a brain of their own. These days, that's actually taken into account. Back then, people were fucking morons. Back then, it all became about flexing and making people want to flex along with them, which is, in a way, a good marketing tactic. I give props there. It was effective, but your logic went out the fucking window. Yeah, Wes. But what about Fred? You see, and that's just it. I'm going to go into there with that. And that's just it, James, also. Oh, God. Oh, God. We got the freaking Fred Durst impersonator in my fucking chat feed. You know, I got to wonder who, in their right mind, would name their band after erectile dysfunction. Really. Because when I hear Limp Bizkit, I think of wet noodles. It's no fun. It's not something a person. We'll go with that. We'll go with that, Lieutenant Takar. But yeah, folks, seriously, okay? New metal inspired douchebaggy behavior amongst a lot of those that listened to it because a lot of them felt it gave them false strength. Oh, God, Troop Gabby, don't start that again. Don't start that again. All right? And you know what? New metal, it ain't all shit, but a good majority of it is. I'm sorry to hear that, Troop Ronald. Hopefully, the show takes your mind off of it. So, when it comes to new metal, you gotta say to yourself, this shit sucks. But walk in with that mentality, and you'll find that it will surprise you. And in many ways, sometimes it does, and it's kick ass. But new metal is all about inspiring rage. Think about it. Okay? Rammstein. Rammstein is a form of new metal, isn't it? Came out around the same time. Takara, you forget the motto underneath the Killing Walls flag. What does it say? I want you to get pissed. I want the Korn fans to get pissed. I want the Limp Bizkit fans to get pissed. I want the Pantera fans to get pissed. I want the Alice in Chain fans to get pissed. I want them all to get angry. Because you know what? When you're angry about something, you might think, and you make yourself a hell of a lot more visible when you're angry, don't you? Makes you far more an easier target. And you learn to adapt and grow thicker skin, or you don't. I want the fans to get pissed. Let them! Come at me, bros. Okay? Limp Bizkit, that whole subculture, needs a reality check. That's why I'm not a fan of Limp Bizkit, with the exception of 2 songs. And yes, I said with the exception of 2 songs. Plus, the originality was gone too. You see, I don't even consider Limp Bizkit new metal. I consider Limp Bizkit to be fusion, because it's a fusion of rap and metal. And not even metal, just rap and rock, really. Rap and 90s rock, not alternative rock. Little rap and rock. And I appreciate good fusion. I really do. But no. No. It needs to halt. I'm curious as to what some of you think. And I felt Rammstein is new metal. It came out around the same period. Yes, it was from overseas. And yes, it certainly got a lot of people pissed. Not for the content, but more of got people to want to be pissed. That legitimately, it's also the, what's the word here, the subculture to it. You mentioned it's skateboard music. I get it. You want to know what it was for me? When I was a boxer, I'd listen to break stuff. It was good for a beat to hit the heavy bag too. And I'd listen to Rollin' whenever I was doing my runs. It's new metal era. Lieutenant Tyson, glad to see you reporting in. And you know what? Rammstein fell into that category. Alice in Chains fell into that category. Korn fell into that category. Pantera fell into that category. It all falls under industrial metal. No, you want to know what? Industrial metal, Power Man 5000 and Fear Factory fall into industrial metal as far as I'm concerned. You know, even some of Manson's early stuff, I might have considered industrial metal. Iowa by Slipknot. That album I consider to be like borderline industrial metal. Goth metal. mm, it's a little, yeah. CKY was, yeah. Okay. Essentially, it's anything that's meant to inspire anger and wannabe toughness, and extra emphasis on the wannabe toughness. So they got creative with a freaking Bose or Casio. That doesn't absolve them from the label, unfortunately. I'll give Rammstein credit. They're great performers. But the originality fell right off. You notice how quick that shit dropped off? It didn't last long. It was like the freaking grunge era. It was meant specifically to counter grunge. Killswitch was another one, but even Killswitch was, it's hard to throw. And Lamb of God is, Yeah, but 5 years, Diego. That's the thing, though. If a band has real potency to it and an ability to, like, foster a generation and a half, it'll stick around for longer than that. Think about it. How long has AC/DC been rolling on? It's still here. And we're talking a group that was around in the 70s is still here. Still kicking ass, still kicking out metal, still busting out rock in new ways. They just got Johnson back. Hey, it's my English troupe. Glad to see you coming in, Angelina. I mean, if a group has good to them, they'll stick around for decades. Yeah. And the thing is that unfortunately, you got to evolve with the times. And if you can't evolve, you're just not that good. It's just not that good. And that's why they need to go away. Because anger is very fleeting. The originality goes away. Yeah, but Slipknot and freaking Lacuna Coil were kicking off second stage back then in 04. And they were still freaking kicking ass then, too. All right? But there's something else, though. I'm not sure if anybody's noticed. It's made a resurgence. It's coming back. Slowly. But it's coming back. I'm not sure if anybody's noticed. But angry rock, as I call it. I mean, freaking, what's his name? Weird Al Yankovic did a fucking polka medley called the Angry White Boy freaking Polka. It had all those groups. It summed it up. It's just angry teenagers with zero motivation to do anything. Don't get me started, Diego. I will come on to one of your shows at some point. It's General Diego, folks. He's one of the upper ones. Though he smoked me with a fucking show me your beaver hashtag last night. Why you smoked me, I'll never know. But yeah, I mean, think about it. Music from back then is slowly making a resurgence. Unfortunately, the ones that are channeling it, you gotta like say to yourself, what the flying fuck? You know what it was? It's hipsters now. That's what people that champion that type of music are into. Yeah, I noticed. Really, Tyson? Is hipsters. Hipsters are looking at Limp Bizkit like it's a museum piece. What the flying fuck? It's not good. No. That level of nostalgia needs to know. So how are you going to feel when you have hipsters coming up out of nowhere saying that Disturbed doesn't hold a candle to Limp Bizkit? What are you going to do? When they say Anthrax was shit as opposed to Korn. When you have people that take a look at Lord forbid Alice in Chains and say it was better than Slipknot. Or say that metal did not reach its maturity until groups like the fuck. I can't even. Yeah, I know. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It is absolute fucking bullshit. There's the gesture, folks. Remember. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to be right, James. I am a diehard Disturbed fan, but I'm also a diehard Slipknot fan. They're gonna turn basically new metal into the next freaking emo rock. You want to talk about hype? You want to talk about hype? Let me talk about hype. Okay, I'll throw hype at you. What the fuck was Oasis? Hmm? What the fuck was Oasis? Oasis was hype. Oasis was two drunk ass fucking brothers arguing on stage left and fucking right that came out with two songs. You see, James, you're upsetting me now. I like FFDP. I like Five Finger Death Punch. But you know what? I like this hashtag there, Elizabeth. Damn Skippy. Hipsters don't get beaver. That's why they get angry. And that's why they're getting angry. Thank you much, Diego. You have a good one. Yeah, I'm going to actually highlight that. Damn right. I'm seeing some of you all expressing wonderful opinions. Like I said, Takara. And here's this is something though. This is gonna kind of like maybe break a couple of necks with the whiplash here. I don't give a flying fuck if the lead singer is an asshole. I really don't. I really don't. If you put out good tunes, that's what I care about. If your product is awesome, great. I could give two flying fucks what you're like otherwise. A lead singer or a lead vocalist that's nice, good-hearted, and good-natured. Glad to see you reporting in, Sergeant Tristan. A lead singer that's actually good and engaging with the fans, yeah, is a great thing, but that's a bonus. That legitimately is a bonus. Most are assholes. Why? Because they know they've got skill. So they can be assholes. It's the one I know he's not the original vocalist, but I like Corey better. To be fair, I like Corey better. And you got to ask yourself, with the exception of death, why would a lead singer walk? Hmm? Why stay with the band then? If they're that much of an asshole. I like Corey better because the product is better. Because they churned out something good. Regardless of the mentality these days, I like Corey better. And I like Avenged Sevenfold from beginning till now, regardless of who the hell's singing it. I've always been a Bon Scott fan when it came to AC/DC. When Brian Johnson came on to sing, I was very anti. But at the same time, I appreciated the product. And you can't deny the product is great. I dare you to argue that. You can't. Slipknot sold out. Here's the bit, okay, when it comes to selling out. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Hmm? Have a skill set at something that you're great at and you enjoy doing and hopefully get paid to do. You call that selling out? I call that making a living. That's the problem a lot of people have. That's going to be a subject of a that legitimately is going to be a subject to tackle probably tomorrow. Remind me, Adjutant Page, I need you to remind me to put that on the docket for a kill order tomorrow. Selling out. Here's the thing. There is a lot of negative in this segment. Yes, because I want people to get pissed. Troop Morn, I'm glad to see you popping in. In Flames. Okay. You see, and overall, bands these days, they're supposed to. No, if you're gonna talk about a bad Slipknot, a bad Metallica album, okay, what I would do, honestly, is I'd tie somebody to a chair and make them listen to Saint Anger on loop. Okay, if you want to talk about a shit album from a good band, a shit album. Okay, ultimately, it comes down to a person knowing better. Butthole Surfers were meh. They were meh. Saint Anger was shit. I like their other albums better. That's your opinion. And the thing is that Curai, guess what? He doesn't care. But why should he? He sits behind the tubs and he plays the fucking drums. So what if he doesn't care? The thing is that he's putting out a good product. That's just it. They put out a good product. And people have opinions on music. I get that. But you want to know what the thing is that everybody has an opinion as to what's good and what's not. I think several groups deserve to be put a kill order on for some of the shit they've done. Yes. But I'm going to say this. There are two things that I will never issue a kill order on a band for. Okay? One, selling out. I will never put a kill order on a band for selling out. If you're good at something and you love doing it, you have every right to make money doing it, no matter what you do. And as long as people, at least some, like it enough to actually buy it, kudos to you for doing it. That's one. You know what two is? Every person that has that ability to churn out a product like that, make a profit like that, and at the same time give fans what it is that they enjoy, they're entitled to be an asshole. Because you know what? That's the bonus of being famous. Is that if you're an asshole and nobody can fucking spit in your face for it, and it's a goal that every single person aspires to. I don't care what you tell me. I know damn well there are plenty of people here that want to be an asshole but are afraid to be such. Be a dick. It's liberating. And knowing that you're able to make bank doing it, live comfortably, never have to worry about shit for the rest of your fucking life. Hell yeah. That's the fucking dream. Henry Rollins, damn right, complete asshole, and he's decently paid for it too. Not only that, he's a fucking kick-ass actor. He may be a dick, but guess what? He knows what he's doing. And you want to know how I know he knows what he's doing? You know his name, right? You know who he is, right? Very few people can actually get that high up in the world and be nice. Don't get me wrong. It's possible. It's possible. But ultimately, you have to be a dick. Because you can't please everybody. There's always going to be people you are going to upset and make angry. There's always going to be somebody that's going to disagree. There's always going to be somebody that's going to take one look at you and be like, how the flying fuck? Really? There's always going to be someone. There's no such fucking thing as making everybody agree with you. There's no such thing. Okay? Here's a hot take. Okay? You ready? Here. This one is probably going to get some people pissed off. You ready for it? I think the Beatles were shit, were overrated, and should have stayed on their side of the pond. Okay? Try that one on for size. I think they got fucking pushed down our throats a little too quickly in the late 60s. Okay? You want to tell me that the Beatles were the greatest band ever? Okay, where are they now? Hmm? And you want to know how I can fucking say that? Easily? Okay. There was another band that came over around the same fucking time. They're still around. And they're the Stones. The Rolling Stones came out around the same fucking time. And they're still around. What does that tell you? Who's better? Hmm? Who's better? Who knew their audience? Who got better marketing? Who had better band cohesion? And still churned out shit. Do you hear the Beatles on the radio these days? No. But if you turn on a fucking classic rock station, I guarantee you what you're gonna hear is Can't Get No Satisfaction. Okay, you're gonna hear this shit. Mostly from the mid 70s onward, but you still hear this shit. The Stones are the fucking badass shit in the world. Okay? They're the most badass shit. Paige, you're in Canada. You guys didn't actually hit the 80s until the freaking mid 90s. The only kick ass song that I think the Beatles ever did came off of Yellow Submarine. You want to know what song that was? Maxwell's Silver Hammer. Keith Richards is beyond immortal. Okay? He's held together by nothing but bong resin and chicken wire, and he still kicks ass. Of course I listen to Queen. Queen kicked ass. But if you want to talk about something hilarious, okay? There were people that got on Mick Jagger's ass about the fact that he was dating 20-something-year-olds. Let me tell you something. When you're 100 years old and you get the opportunity to bang 20-year-olds, you do it. And you want to know why he could do it? Because 20-year-olds will still fuck him. That's why. You can't frickin' fault somebody for that. It's a perk of the fucking fame. I say Mick Jagger, you know who I'm talking about. He's looking more and more like Iggy Pop every single fucking day. He could still do it. And James, you're entitled to your opinion. I like Queen. For the years that it was around, I could not fucking stand a lot of music. But Queen was good. Queen is what helped out frickin' Live Aid. See, even Lieutenant Takara is telling you guys to like and invite your friends to Hellfire. One of my girlfriends is 21. I think getting ready to turn 22. See, I could still jam out to Queen. You want to know what? Jagger and Tyler have the same, they made the same deal with the devil. It cost them basically any collagen in their fucking skin. And I'm glad to hear that there, James, because you want to know what? Hellfire Radio. Enough said. Elizabeth, you only like Kansas because of Supernatural. Anyways, yeah. I mean, bands that sell out, excuse the fuck out of you. Name one other group, name one other song by Kansas. But you've got so many bands getting harped on for selling out, but they're still going strong because you can't fault a group's leader for taking a direction with the band because the whole band has to agree, don't they? Otherwise, they get rid of the lead singer. Occasionally, Tommy, I do, and thank you for reporting in. Oh my God. Getting pissed there, Troop Elizabeth? Welcome. I want you to get pissed. I drink coffee mostly, but I also enjoy my own version of freaking alcohol. And Guar will always kick ass. Anyways, it's that time of night. Floyd could suck it. Floyd was another band that got overhyped. Floyd was a band that got overhyped. Grateful Dead is a band that got overhyped. Toto, one hit wonder. That's right, I said it. You want to know what the thing is? I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about that. I had to take a leak, Tristan. It was either that or piss my pants. Forgive me, I had to piss my pants. But chose not to. But ultimately, guys, I mean, whatever music a person listens to, they have their own opinions. All depends on how you feel when you do the thing. And seriously, guys, I think that music ultimately reaches ears in different ways. and different frequencies, literally, but at the same time, hits different emotional strings in all of us. Some songs from shit bands make us think back to times that were far more enjoyable, and others to times that were not. It happens. But it's really on you to assess it for yourself because while it may be shit to you, it's awesome to others. That is kind of where I'm going to leave that tonight. If anybody's got any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, or cash payments, by all means, hit me up. I've got merch. Don't forget to listen to Hellfire Radio at hellfireradio.com and the Hellfire Radio Facebook page. And listen to us on Live 365. We got some good shit coming up. We've also got a Instagram. You would like that, I'm pretty damn sure. We've got a Twitch channel. We've got a YouTube channel. Invite your friends. Like the station. We got some good shit coming down the pipeline. I want the station to hit 30,000 likes. We're about 8,000 away. You can do it. But I'm hoping that my squad makes up a good chunk of the reason why we hit that number. I know you can do it. Share it out to your friends. Get it spammed. Order merch. Also at the hellfireradio.com website. And if you want more great content from me, don't forget, you could always reach out to me directly. I'll answer my messages. That's going to be it for tonight, folks. I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow night's briefing. I'll do a kill order on. You want to know what? I haven't done a kill order on Twilight Vampires, I think. I'll have to take a look. If I haven't, I'll definitely frickin' consider it. But I want you all to have a great night. And I'll see you all for tomorrow night's briefing, which is going to be on selling out. Which, honestly, I think a lot of people are going to have opinions of. I consider this briefing hereby dis-fucking-missed.